Hi everyone, this is still Opsam. We are still on WASSCE 2023 past question. So this is question 7b. So let's take a look at this question. Given the points P 3,5 and Q minus 5,7 on the Cartesian plane such that R is the midpoint of P and Q, find the equation of the line that passes through R and it is perpendicular to PQ. So that means we're going to apply some conditions here. So let's start. They gave us P to be 3,5 and they gave us Q to be minus 5,7. So according to what we have learned, we know that this will be my x1, y1 and this will be my x2, y2. So they told us that R is the midpoint of P and Q. So that means I need to get R, which is the midpoint. And for us to find midpoint is usually the average of the x's, that is x1 plus x2 divided by 2, comma, the average of the y's, that is y1 plus y2 divided by 2. So let me write it there, x1 plus x2 divided by 2, comma, y1 plus y2 divided by 2. So that is midpoint. So that means R will then be x1, 3, plus x2, that's minus 5, divided by 2, comma, y1, 5, plus y2, 7, divided by 2. So what would this give us? So we have R to be 5 minus 3 minus 5, that's minus 2, divided by minus 2, comma, then this is 12, divided by 2. So what do we have from here? We have R to be minus 2 divided by 2, that's minus 1, comma, 12 divided by 2, and that is 6. So we have R, the coordinate of R already, which is minus 1, comma, 6. Then they told us to find the equation of the line that passes through R. So it passes through the first point as R, and it is perpendicular to PQ. And you know, we have this condition for perpendicularity under Cartesian plane. For perpendicularity, we know that the slope of the first line will be negative inverse of the slope of the other one. I'm still going to write it on the board. So the first thing is, let's find the slope, or what we call the gradient. Let's find the gradient. Let's find the gradient of PQ. Gradient of PQ. Let's find the gradient of PQ. How do I find the gradient of PQ? So let's go back to P and Q. Remember, P and Q, we have their Cartesian plane or their products already. So what's the formula for gradient? Gradient is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. That is changing y divided by changing x. So according to what we have there, so let me call this m1, which is the gradient of PQ. So that would be, from there, our y2 here. Our y2 here is 7. So that is 7 minus y1 is 5, according to what we have there, divided by x2 minus 5 minus x1, 3. All right, so we have that clearly now. So let's simplify this. This becomes 7 minus 5. 7 minus 5 will give you 2, divided by minus 5 minus 3, that's minus 8. So if you cut this properly, you have this to be minus 1 over 4. Now for perpendicularity, M2, which will be the slope of the line I'm looking for, will be the negative inverse of this M1, which is the slope of, or the gradient of PQ, because they told us that the second line, the equation of the line we are looking for, is perpendicular to the gradient or to the line PQ. So that's why I use this condition for perpendicularity. So M2 will now be minus 1 divided by minus 1 over 4. Of course, minus cancels minus. The inverse of 4 will give me 4. 1 over 4, we invert this 4. We turn this 1 over 4 upside down to become 4. So the equation which you are looking for, the formula y minus y1 equals m. Let me now call it m2 to bracket x minus x1. So what will be the point? It passes through point R, and that is minus 1, 6, which we've gotten earlier. They said it passes through. The question is, find the equation of the line that passes through R. It passes through this point R. and perpendicular to PQ, and that was why we use the condition M2. So now my new X1 will be this, and this will be my new Y1. So let's substitute now. So therefore we have Y minus Y1, which is now 6, equals M2, that is 4, the new gradient, open bracket, X minus X1 minus 1. That changes that to 1. That is X minus minus, we turn that to plus. So we have Y minus 6 equals, open this bracket, that becomes 4X plus 4. So let's bring everything to this side. We have Y. This is minus 4X. This is minus 6. Let's bring this here, becomes minus 4. Everything equals 0, since there's nothing on the other side. So we have Y minus 4X minus 6 minus 4 becomes minus 10 equals 0. And that gives us the equation of the line that passes through R and is perpendicular to PQ. I hope you understand this now. See you in my next video. Bye for now.